all. So I'm just going to do a short video about Warrior 2 and just some of the key alignment points for when we're coming into it. So I'm going to demonstrate sideways on and standing front onto you. So I'm at the top of the mat, feet are about hip width apart, we're extending up, shoulders relaxed. So I'm going to step back with my right foot to come into Warrior 2. So I'm just going to look at the foot movement alignment first before raising the arms up. So I'm striding back with the right foot. So I've turned my right foot out, so the toes are pointing that way and my left toes are pointing straight forwards. So one of the alignment cues for that back foot is if you drew a line from the front heel, it should roughly go through the middle of that back arch. If you come into that position and you're feeling a little bit unsteady on your feet, feel free to adjust that back foot. Maybe you bring it forwards a little bit more to feel a little bit steadier, but just so you are aware of what we're looking for. So I've turned that back foot out, drawing a line, going through the middle of the back arch. Also being aware of the left knee being above the ankle. As I've stepped back with the right foot, it also acts as a hip opener. So if you do have some tightness in the hips or the insides of the thighs, sometimes that means that left knee might drift in a little bit. And that's because the tightness here, so as I'm stepping back with this right foot, the pelvis wants to come all around this way, so it can be a bit more of a challenge to keep that, in this case, the left knee, the front knee above the left ankle. So what you can do, it might be that you step back and you notice your left knee's in and you're okay just to bring that knee over to be above the ankle. Or if you can't do that, you've got too much tightness here, it might be that the right foot comes over a little bit to allow the knee to come above the ankle. So yeah, being aware of that knee alignment, and also as well, it might be that the knees, for some reason, is coming out to the left. Less likely, but you're looking down, okay, my left knee is above my left ankle, or the front knee is above that front ankle. The toes are pointing towards the top of the mat, and that back foot is turned out. I'm just going to demonstrate sideways on view of that. So bearing in mind those alignment cues, when I'm saying step back, in this case with the right foot, you could interpret that as just stepping back to here. I've got the left leg bent, I've got the knee above the ankle, but it's not really much of a challenge. I don't feel as I'm working too hard being in this position. So we want to step back to a point where you're starting to feel a bit of a stretch across this back leg, the thigh, or it might be that you're stepping back to a point where it's maybe becoming a little bit more challenging to keep the knee above the ankle. So you maybe shuffle back, and if you get to a point where I'm struggling to get the knee above the ankle, then maybe just shuffling that foot forwards. So when we're stepping back, we want to make sure the legs are working as much as they need to be. We're getting the strengthening through this front knee and ankle. We're getting this stretch across the hips into the thigh muscles. So that's rough for me. That's about there. I'm feeling stretch here. It's a bit of a challenge to keep that left knee there. Maybe I can shuffle the foot forwards a little bit, but I feel like I'm working. Another thing which I can demonstrate from this angle is that raising the arms up, sometimes you find themselves in this position where they're reaching forward. So we want the trunk of the body to be upright. So occasionally I might give a cue that you'll come into a Warrior 2, and this is my right hand, my back hand, and I'll just say reach back through the right fingertips to bring ourselves back upright. As I'm doing that, I'm noticing a bit of compression, a bit of tightness there, and that's probably a reason why a lot of us end up a little bit forward. So we're just drawing back unless it's causing any discomfort. So in this position, I've got my left arm in front, I've got my right arm behind, shoulders relax. So occasionally you can come into this and end up with the shoulder up here, so we're consciously being aware of the shoulders, relaxing them down, and I've got a soft gaze just looking forwards over the top of that left hand. And then I'm going to step my right foot to the top of the mat to come out of the Warrior 2. So I just step back into it again, facing you, facing the camera. I'll step back with the left foot this time. So I'm taking a step or a nice big stride back with the left foot, turning the left foot out so the toes are pointing, my left toes are pointing over here, my right foot, the front foot pointing straight ahead. So I'm stepping back, I'm checking that back foot alignment, so I'm drawing the line from the front heel, so it looks like my foot needs to come over a little bit. And I've got my right arm in front, my left arm behind. Quick glance down at that right knee, we want it above and not dipping in. So if you notice that it's dipping in, then either bringing it back with the muscles in this right leg, the front leg, or if you struggle to do that, then we're stepping that left foot over a little bit just to take some of the tightness out. Back to the top of the mat. So with the standing postures, warrior two, triangle pose, extended triangle, we're turning that back foot out, we're getting the hips off to the side, as opposed to a warrior one where the hips and the chest staying forward. So quickly into a warrior one, I would step back and I'd raise my arms up. So I've got my hips, chest facing forwards, my feet are on these imaginary parallel tracks, so I've got a gap between the feet, the back foot isn't behind the left, and coming back up. So I do another video just going over warrior one. So thanks for watching that, and maybe that hopefully it will help, something you can bring into class, or it makes a bit more sense of the alignment cues that I'm giving in the sessions. So thank you for watching.